Hello friends, in this session we will see some numericals on Nyquist stability criteria. We'll see some 5 interesting sums on the criteria. Let us begin. If you see the number of encirclements of the origin, see this is very important, of the origin in the Nyquist plot of GH equal to 10 upon S into S plus 1 and S plus 2 is dash. How do you do that? If you remember in the previous video of stability criteria, Nyquist stability criteria, we had talked about that if you have encirclements around 0, 0, 0, 0, then n which is there, that is nothing but equal to open loop pole plus minus open loop 0 plus. If you don't believe me, you can check it out. See here. Yes, you can see here, if encirclements are around 0, 0, then n is equal to open loop pole plus minus open loop z plus OLP plus minus OLZ plus, right? So the same thing we have. What is the meaning of OLP plus? It means open loop poles at the right half of S plane. Are there any poles on the right half of S plane? No. So OLP plus is equal to 0. Are there any zeros on the right half of S plane? No. No zeros, which means it is again going to be 0. So what do you get here? You get encirclements n to be equal to 0. Very simple problem, right? Yes. Now second question. Yes. So see the encirclements of the point A as seen in the plots below is. So we are supposed to find the encirclements about this point A, right? So how to do that? Easy trick is there. What do? We simply project this A down like this. Similarly, we will project this A here down, right? Now after this, you see that you have this one intersection which is in the clockwise direction and another one also which is in the clockwise direction. So I can write you have two clockwise directions, right? This means that n is equal to -2. Very simple. Encirclement for the first one you have got. Second question, if you see what you have there, you have this A, right? So if you see here, you have one in clockwise direction, you have one in anti-clockwise direction, and you have another one in anti-clockwise direction, which means you have one clockwise and you have two anti-clockwise. What does this mean? In totality, how much is n? N is going to be, for one clockwise you have got -1, and for two anti-clockwise you have got +2. So you get n equal to how much? You get n equal to +1. It means that you have only one anti-clockwise direction in totality, in net, if you see, right? So you have n equal to 1. Second one is also done. Now third question. Yes dear. So if you see the polar plot of a system with DC gain equal to 0 dB, DC gain equal to 0 dB, okay, is shown below. Okay, the DC gain needed to make the system stable is, now see, I will tell you one thing. Let us firstly focus on DC gain equal to 0 dB. What does that mean? If you see, when we say that DC gain is equal to 0 dB, if it is in dB, right, if I want to convert it, so you should have that idea that yes, if 0 dB means k is equal to 1, DC gain k is equal to 1. How? Because it is nothing but 20 log of 1, and if you see 20 log of 1 to the base 10, if you see, log 1 is always going to be 0, so it becomes 0 dB. I hope you are understanding the point, right? Yes. So this means that 0 dB gain indicates that k equal to 1. So for k equal to 1, this is the polar plot. That is what is given, right? So if you check out here, encirclements about -1, if you see, Where will be -1? It is stable, no? So I want to check that, right? So this is -1 point, because this is -0.5, this is -2.5, so -1 has to be somewhere here, right? Now if you see, I've told you that the plots are always continuous, which means it is, if this is the arrow, which means this arrow has to be this way, this is the arrow, which means now again this goes here and then this comes here, right? Yes. Now dear, see, I will tell you some important things. See dear, very important and easy things. If you observe, if you want to check the encirclements for this, how are they? Encirclements for this, you just project this one down, and then you see that you have one in anti-clockwise direction and another one in clockwise direction, right? Which means one anti-clockwise and one clockwise. This means n is equal to 0, which means it is stable, right? So it is stable, right? What are they asking you? The DC gain needed to make the system stable is, the DC gain needed to make the system stable is, that is what they are asking. Means now I have to generalize the things. I will tell you how. See, do you agree with me that when k equal to 1, which means gain equal to 0 dB, right? This was the plot given, right? Because see, they're saying that the polar plot of a system with DC gain equal to 0 dB, this is the plot when k equal to 1, right? So I am interested in a plot wherein I have k also in the equation. I mean, I am interested in a more generalized plot. So what can I do? If I'm interested in that one, then yes, definitely this -3 will just become -3k. This -2.5 will become multiplied by k, and this one also get multiplied by k. That's it. Because if you see, for example, you have a system, let us say, for example only, right? For example, if you have a system, let us say k into s plus 1 upon, let us say, s plus 1 in s plus 2 into s plus 3, let us say this is a system. Example, for example, this is side, right? So if you check out, if you place k equal to 1, then suppose whatever you had plot, whatever the plot is, you will have that plot, right? But now if you not place it at 1, you place it at sk only, so values will also get changed to k. That's it. That is what is the concept, right? That will just get, because what happens is when you multiply it by k, no, what happens, magnitude gets multiplied by k. That is the reason all these magnitudes I am multiplying by k. So if I redraw this in a good way, I can see that it becomes, right? Yes. So if you observe, this is nothing but our polar plot. Why? How do you know that? Because they have told it in the question. Now I am interested to find the range of k, or the value of k for which the system will be stable. Because I have already seen that for k equal to 1 it is stable or not. Yes, for k equal to 1 it is stable. So we have checked it. But we want some other values as well for which the system will become unstable. Here they were asking that needed to make the system stable. You can please make a note, you can make it as unstable, it's okay. A small error there, it's okay, but it's fine dear, no problem with it, right? Yes. So now if you check out when k equal to 1, right, which means gain k is what, 0 dB, the system is stable. Now I am interested in the value of k for which the system will be unstable, that is the question, right? So let us check that. For that, what am I supposed to have? Am I supposed to have only this plot? No, I am supposed to have Nyquist plot as well. Nyquist plot, because Nyquist plot tells you the stability. So what are the steps to plot this Nyquist plot? Step 1 is to find the polar plot. Step 2 is to find the mirror image, and step 3 is to find the semicircles. Is that right? So this is already available with us. Second step is the mirror image. So how do you get that? Mirror image of this one is going to be, let us say, like this. It goes, then again it goes like this. Mirror image about the real axis, it goes like this, and then at the end it just completes its path like this. This is the way it goes. Is that right? Yes. Now what will I do? What will I do? I will tell you. Are there any semicircles? Are there any semicircles? No. Why? Because this plot has been already been continuous and it is completed and it is closed. If you see, it is closed. It is closed here. Started here, closed here. Right. Now, I am interested in the value of k for which the system is unstable. Right? Yes. So, what will I do? What will I do? Let me assume -1 to be here. Then let me assume -1 to be here. And then let me assume -1 to be here. Let me just assume that. And let me check the encirclements. If I check, what do I get is, let us see. For this one, for the first one, if I check out encirclements around it, what do I get? I know that I have this one in clockwise direction. This is one in the clockwise direction, and another one also in the clockwise direction. It means for this one, n is equal to -2, right? Yes. Which means it is stable, or which means it is unstable or not? Yes. So it is unstable. Why do you understand that? Why do you understand that? Because because if encirclements are 0, we say that it is stable. But now if you see, encirclements are 2, so it is unstable. Right. Now if you check out here, in here, if you see what is happening around this, if I want to check, then let me just put it this way. Right. Now what is happening here around this, if you check out around this, if you check what is happening, let us see how much are the encirclements are how much. If you check out, you have one in the anti-clockwise direction and another one in the clockwise direction, right? Which means n is equal to 0, one in clockwise, one in anti-clockwise, plus 1 minus 1, n is equal to 0. Problem solved. Which means it is stable. So it is stable. Encirclements are 0. Right. Right. Now see dear, next one. If I consider here to be -1, then let me just project it here. Now for this one, what do I have? For this one, what do I have? Let us see. I have this one in clockwise direction, and I have this one also in clockwise direction. This one also in clockwise direction, which means n is equal to -2, which means again this is also a unstable region or not? Yes. Now what are the exact regions in terms of k? If I see, then I see that for this region, if you see, it is -3k and -2.5k, right? And this is -1. So I can say that, I can just show that as -3k less than -1 less than -2.5k. Is that simple? Yes. Now similarly for this one, this is unstable region, so I'm interested in the unstable region only, right? Yes. So if we check out for this one, what do you get? You see that it is between what? -0.5k and 0. This is origin, which is 0 comma 0, and here is -1. So I have this one to be 0.5k minus 0.5k less than -1 less than 0. Is that right? Yes. Now if I try to simplify them, what will I do? I will multiply it by minus sign on all the sides. What do I get then? I get this 3k, this equality sign will get changed, it will become greater than 1, it will become greater than 2.5k. Is that correct? Yes. Similarly for this one, if you check out, it becomes 0.5k greater than 1 greater than 0. Is that right? Yes. Now here if you see from this one, by inequality principles, if you check out, you get that you understand that there will be two things, that 3k is greater than 1, which means k is greater than 1 by 3, right? Yes. And another thing that you get here is what you get, that this 2.5k is less than 1, right? So it becomes 2.5k less than 1. It means that k is less than k is less than 1 by 2.5, right? So now if you see what is happening, this is a very narrow range, narrow range. So I am not interested in this range, I am interested in this one. How will that this range be? This will range be just nothing but k greater than 1 by 0.5. So it is nothing but k greater than 2. So for all values where k greater than 2, that is what is the thing, right? Now if you check out, since they have given gains in terms of dB, which means when I am trying to find the value of k, then I am interested to find it in terms of dB only, so if you see k greater than 2, if you check out in dB, means you get 20 log of mod of 2. If you check out, this approximately turns out to be 6, which means 6, 9 and 10 are all correct, because for k equal to 6, k equal to 9 and k equal to 10, system will be unstable. This is what we have seen. So if you see, it is MSQ type question where B is also right, C is also right, and D is also right. I hope you are understanding this concept, right? Now let us think of another question. Yes, so the polar plot of GH equal to 8s upon s minus 1 into s minus 2 is, that is what is the question, right? So if you think of, the first thing we do is GH of j omega, right, which is equal to what, 8 into j omega upon j omega minus 1 into j omega minus 2, right? Yes. Now we find the magnitude. What is magnitude? Magnitude is going to be 8 omega upon under root of real part square plus imaginary part square, so you get omega squared plus 1, again under root of omega squared plus 4. Is that correct? Yes. Now how much is the phase? Phase phi. Let me take it down. Phase phi, it is equal to what? If you see, for the top one you get this 90-degree contribution because you have j there, so it becomes 90 degrees, right? Then if you see this one, it is, if you see, real part is negative, imaginary part is positive. It means real part is negative, imaginary part is positive, which means it is in the second quadrant, which means whatever angle you get is going to be 180 degree minus that angle, right? Whatever angle you get, theta is going to be 180 degrees minus that angle, which is nothing but tan inverse of imaginary part upon real part, right? But then since it is in the denominator, I have to change the signs, because if it goes on the top, on the numerator, this becomes minus 180 degrees plus tan inverse of imaginary part upon real part, right? Yes. So if you think of, you have got this phi equal to 90 degrees, so minus 180 degrees plus tan inverse of omega. Similarly for the second term also, because since it is also in the second quadrant, what is going to happen, it is going to be minus 180 degrees plus tan inverse of omega by 2. So this is the phase. Now what is step 1, and step 2? Because we know, if you just observe here what has happened here. If you observe, there are two poles which are on the right half of S plane, which means the 4-step method cannot be applied completely, right? It is not valid. But then yes, step 1 and step 2 can be done, right? So Step 1 is equal to what? M0, which is nothing but magnitude at omega equal to 0. How do you find that? How do you find that? You please put omega equal to 0, then you get 8 into 0. Where you have to put? You have to put it here in the magnitude. So you get 8 into 0 upon under root of 0 plus 1 into under root of 0 plus 4. You get this to be equal to, since it is 8 into 0, 0 in the numerator, it gives you 0. M0 is 0. Now, what is M infinity? M infinity is nothing but magnitude at omega equal to infinity. How much is that magnitude? How much is that magnitude? It is nothing but equal to, now if you check out here, you have got this 1 omega here, right? So it will be like infinity upon infinity form again, right? So to avoid that, what we do is we take omega out, so you get 8 omega will be there as it is. From the denominator, if I keep put omega out, if I keep omega out from this one, from this and this one, what do I get is omega into under root of 1 by omega squared plus 1, right? Into again omega into under root of 1 plus 4 by omega squared, 1 plus 4 by omega squared, right? Now if I put omega to be infinity, so what happens? Let me just cancel out this omega and this omega, right? So you have this 8 on the top divided by, if I put omega equal to infinity, this becomes 0, this total becomes 0. So 0 plus 1 is 1 into again, yes, this is in infinity, this is infinity, infinity into anything is infinity, so it becomes 8 by infinity, which is equal to again 0. This is a very interesting problem. Okay, now step 2 is what? Step 2 is what? To find angles. What is this? To find angles, phase phi 0 and phi infinity. What is phi 0? Phi 0 is the phase at omega equal to 0, which is equal to what? Which is equal to what? You see, it is this one, right? So if I replace it this way, what do I get? Because rather, what will I do is I will try to simplify this one. Simplify this one means, in the sense, if I add this plus 90 degrees minus 180 degrees minus 180 degrees, if I add them, what do I get is minus 270 degrees plus tan inverse of omega plus tan inverse of omega by 2. Is that right? Yes. So let me think of this second one now. So if I place it, what do I get is minus 270 degrees common plus tan inverse omega plus tan inverse of omega. Omega is 0, tan inverse of 0 plus tan inverse of omega by 2, tan inverse of 0 again. So tan inverse of 0, this is going to be 0, this is also going to be 0. So you get this to be minus 270 degrees, right? Yes. Now what is phi infinity? Phi infinity is going to be phase at omega equal to infinity. How is that? How do you get that? Simple. You please replace omega by infinity. So you get minus 270 degrees plus tan inverse of infinity plus tan inverse of infinity. Tan inverse of infinity is nothing but 90 degrees, is nothing but 90 degrees. So get 90 plus 90 is 180, minus 270 degrees plus 180 degrees is equal to what? It gives you minus 90 degrees. Is that right? Yes. So if you see, you have got m0 m infinity, phi 0 phi infinity. Now there can be two possibilities. Let us see what is happening first. If you check out, see, yes dear. So if you see what is happening at omega equal to 0, omega equal to 0, what is happening? This is it. Omega equal to 0, magnitude is 0. Omega equal to 0, what is the angle? Minus 270 degrees, right? So basically this is the starting point. Similarly for this one also, this is going to starting point, right? Now see here, yes, what is happening at infinity? Magnitude is again 0, magnitude is again 0, and what is happening? What is the phase? Phase is minus 90 degrees, phase is minus 90 degrees, which means it is again 0. So this means that the plot is nothing but a circle now. This plot is nothing but a circle now. So the circle can either be like this, because minus 90 degrees, so it has to come here only. So definitely this has to be the way, right? Because last it has to come here only, no, minus 90 degrees only. Why? You have seen that phi infinity is minus 90 degrees, and here you have minus 90 degrees, right? That is the reason. So this is valid, but even this can also happen, this can also happen, right? It is also going in minus 90 degrees only, right? This can also happen. Now we need to check if first and second which are correct. Let me just name them. Let me name this as first, let me name this as second. Now we need to check which one is correct. So if you see what can be done, what can be done, I will just put any frequency, any frequency in the angle criteria and try to check the angle. What do I get? If I get some angle in the second or the third quadrant, which means this first one is right. If I get any one in the first and fourth to be right, to be there angle, then second will be right, right? Yes. So let me just think of phase. What is phase? So what is phase? By the way, phase is nothing but minus 270 degrees plus tan inverse of omega plus tan inverse of omega by 2. What will I do? I will just replace omega equal to 2. Let me just put, for simplicity, because this 2 by 2 will become 1, right? That's the only reason. So if I put it, I get minus 270 degrees plus tan inverse of, you can put any frequency, by the way. You can put omega equal to 1, omega equal to 5, omega equal to 10, whatever you want, but please don't put omega equal to 0 and infinity. Why? Because after that, you know what are the angles. When you put omega equal to 0, you get minus 270 degrees, and when you put omega equal to infinity, you get this minus 90 degrees. So angles are known to you, right? Yes. So let us check them. So yes, tan inverse of 2 plus tan inverse of 2 by 2, which is 1. So if you place this in calculator, you get the angle to be equal to minus 161 degrees, minus 161 degrees. So if you check out what is minus 161 degrees, minus 161 degrees will come where, if this is minus 90 degrees, this is going to be minus 180 degrees, which means it is going to be somewhere this way. This is going to be minus 161 degrees, which means first is correct and second is wrong. First is correct and second is wrong. So this is the polar plot. The first one is the polar plot. This is the answer, right? Now the fifth and the last question. Let us solve that question for this particular topic. Yes, dear. So if you see the Nyquist plot of GH, okay, with no RH poles or zeros, means no right hand poles or zeros, means there are no open loop right half poles and zeros in the system, and that particular system it has been given. Now if the corresponding closed loop system is stable, then the point, so now they are saying that this is the plot for GH, right? Definitely this has to be for same GH only. So they are asking you if the corresponding closed loop system, if it is stable, if it is stable, okay, then where will this point minus 1 plus j0 lie? Where will this point minus 1 plus j0 lie? So these are the few things, like first region, second region, third region, and fourth region. You have got this 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you think of the first and second regions, what are the regions? If you see, those are the regions which are beyond infinity radius, because this is infinity radius and this is also infinity radius, if you observe, right? Because this is the circle, right? If you see, this is the circle, semicircle, these are the semicircles, right? Which means 1 and 2 are gone, 1 and 2 are discarded, right? Now if you see, either 3 can be there or 4 can be there. So let me just place it at 3 and check what are the encirclements. If I place it at 3, if for example 3 has this minus 1, here I have minus 1, right? So if I just place it there, let me check the encirclements. What happens is, you have this one in the clockwise direction and you have another one in the clockwise direction, which means n is equal to minus 2, right? Now if you remember, what is n is equal to OLP plus minus CLP plus, right? So if you check out, they have said that there are no OLP plus where there are no RH poles or zeros, which means this is 0, and these are the closed loop poles minus CLP plus. So if encirclements are -2, which means that there are closed loop poles which are existing and there are two closed loop poles, right? Which means system is unstable. But if you see, they have given you that the corresponding closed loop system is stable, which means this cannot be the point. 3 is also not the point. So if 1 is not the region, 2 is not the region, then definitely 4 has to be the region. 4 has to be the region. Fourth region is the answer. If you want to check it, you can check that out also. Directions, right? So if you check out here for this 4, let me just take it downwards this way. Let me just assume that here you have this -1 here. So let me just take it down. You find that you have one in anti-clockwise direction and you have another one in clockwise direction, which means -1 plus 1, it becomes 0. So n is equal to 0 for fourth region. I hope now you have understood the complete stability criteria in detail, right? Thank you.